Welcome, Changemakers. Today's mini lesson will be on the integration of the American School Counseling Association's model of the multi tiered support framework. Let's start with an empowerment promise. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain both the art and science behind designing a school counseling program that doesn't just check the box, but truly transforms lives. This session is brought to you by lifesavers. Because let's be real, school counselors do save lives. Now, let's begin with a quick peek at the ASCA model and the MTSS framework. The ASCA national model is our blueprint. It helps us to define, manage, deliver, and assess a school counseling program that is equitable and student centered. It's not just a model, it's a movement for intentional data driven change. To strengthen that movement, we align with MTSS, a layered framework that helps us deliver the right support to the right students at the right time. Now, let's explore how these two systems work hand in hand in a thought experiment. Congratulations! You just accepted your first position as a school counselor at Grinnell Community Middle School, serving students in grades 5 through 8. Due to recent federal budget funding cuts, you'll be the only school counselor on campus, making your role both critical and complex. At your first meeting, the principal seems friendly and hands you a list of 11 responsibilities. You think, this can't be that bad, but then it hits you. Most are coordinator roles and no guidance lessons. Let's take a look at some of the challenge you'll face. Here's the first challenge: time. ASCA recommends that at least 80% of your time be spent on direct and indirect services to students. But in reality, many counselors are buried in non counseling duties. What will you prioritize? Research is clear. When student to counselor ratios are appropriate, students show up more and perform better. ASCA recommends 250 to 1. But what happens when you're the only counselor for an entire school? The third challenge is you're called to teach diversity, equity, and inclusion, but your school community is culturally homogeneous. How do you uphold national standards while honoring local context? Feeling overwhelmed is normal. Challenges, failure, even imposter syndrome can creep in. Do me a favor, pause, take a deep breath in. Now let it out. It's going to be okay. You're not alone. You're a storyteller, shaping a narrative of hope, healing, and student success. Use that ASCA national model and the MTSS framework as a structured container to shape and communicate your school counseling story to stakeholders. Defining your role means naming what you believe about equity and access, even when your school's culture isn't diverse or your ratios are too high. The assess component pushes us to ask, am I making a difference? And who might I be missing? Your beliefs and your data must speak to one another. Time is your most valuable resource, but in many schools, other duties, especially in rural settings, pulls you off course. Managing your calendar, action plan, and administrative agreements helps you stay anchored. When you protect your time, you can deliver services that actually change lives. Building on that idea, let's look at some real world examples of the MTSS. Tier 1 in MTSS is the foundation, universal supports for all students across academics, social emotional, and behavioral domains. Think of it like core instruction, SEL lessons, and school-wide expectations designed to build success before problems start. Think proactively, not reactively. Tier 2 targets small groups or individuals who need extra support, like helping a student build confidence by publishing their poetry or music. Tier 3 offers intensive individual support, like safety planning and crisis counseling for students expressing suicidal thoughts. This level requires collaboration and wraparound care. You've now seen how the ASCA national model and the MTSS framework work together to build school counseling programs that are proactive, equitable, and healing. Remember this: you're not just filling out forms or delivering lessons, you're shaping futures. You are system thinkers, a storyteller, a lifesaver. Your program is your power, and their future depends on how you use it. Let's build boldly.